Transmission fluid change on a Toyota Avalon 2005 model 5-speed transmission. What you're going to need for this job is a pan to catch fluid and a funnel and a 10mm hex socket for the drain plug for the transmission pan, and you're going to need a long hose to put on the transmission cooler nipple to drain fluid out to the transmission cooler. So what I've done is I've removed this cover from the driver's side of the vehicle. It's got a few push-in connectors like that, and it's got a few Phillips head screws. So you take those out, gives you access to everything underneath. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go under here. That's the transmission right there. There's the drain plug. Go ahead and use the 10mm hex, drain that out. You can put it back in then. What you need to do though is you need to make sure that you get another crush washer for that when you put it on so it won't leak. Then what you do to do this actual change on the fill is you come over here. This is the transmission cooler lines. You've got the drain plug for the radiator right there. This is a transmission cooler line. You're going to actually want to use this one. So you're going to take that off with a set of pliers, which I didn't tell you needed, but you need a set of pliers. Take that off, pull that hose off. Then what you're going to want to do is take your length of hose that you got right here, and you're just going to put that on the nipple of the trans cooler. And the other end of this hose is going to go into that drain pan. So you'll put the hose in the drain pan like this so you can watch it. And then what you do is you go and you start your car, and fluid will start coming out of this tube. And when it starts to sputter, you want to shut your car off. That will have drained about 2 to 3 quarts of fluid out of the transmission. So then what you want to do is you want to take your funnel, put it in your transmission fill hole up on top, and you want to pour in a couple quarts, 2 to 3 quarts of transmission fluid. Once you do that, you want to start the car up again. Let that old fluid pump out of the hose again till it starts to sputter. Shut the vehicle off. Fill the car back up again with 2 to 3 quarts of transmission fluid. Go ahead and do it again. It's going to take about 4 times of doing this to get most of the old fluid out. It takes about 11 quarts to totally swap this out. So you're going to need about 3 gallons of transmission fluid. Now it says you need WS fluid for this, but I used Max Life ATF. It's a fluid that's good for all kinds of vehicles. And on the back, it does say that it will work for Toyotas, including the WS. So that's what I decided to use. This stuff's cheap to get at Walmart or Meijer, you know, different stores. You can get it for like $18 for a gallon, so it's not that bad at all. So once you've done all your flush and the fluid's coming out nice and red, go ahead and pull that hose off the trans cooler. Put the other hose back on, put the clamp back on, and you'll be good to go for a while. So I hope this helps.